Each and every being in creation is constantly searching and trying to achieve the state of ultimate peace. But by far, most persons experience very short and temporary episodes of peace, and for the greater part are quite at a distance from that absolute state. The basic cause of unrest is the lack of knowledge of one's true identity, as a result of which there is a limited level of understanding of the Creator and His creation. As the old saying goes, charity begins at home. True peace has to begin from within the person. If there is peace within, the person will be able to radiate peace outside. We all wish and hope, pray and try to achieve world peace. The intent of the heart and mind through prayer is one of the most subtle and powerful tools to deeply touch the hearts of all and truly transform to the deeper states of universal love and peace. The mantras in this program have been used over the centuries and are truly known to bring inner peace, leading to peace in the external aspects of creation. Each person is a walking universe, and as each universe attains its absolute state of peace and tranquility, true peace will spread and be dominant. Aspects that disrupt peace are individual and group actions that are of the contrary nature. The mantras in this program also aim at resolving the fruits of such actions and above all, enhancing divine grace to manifest in creation and in the hearts of all to take giant steps towards peace and keep away from negative actions. Playing and listening to this program will surely modify the energy in the environment to enhance peace. As you listen, please understand the meaning of each mantra and send out prayers of deep peace in accordance to the meaning. Always wish and pray for peace of others first. This will come as a boomerang with greater peace for you. May peace and love be our constant companions with each and every breath.
This has been confirmed by both people that are independent and everything else, where an F-35 has been in combat roles or simulated. Have the launch from sea in order to achieve that. No one's talking about invading China, but even going to a sea battle with them. China loses massively on a scale that would be worse than, I don't know, any other, I don't know, maybe fucking Italy. I mean, it just wouldn't be a fair fight. We would be able to take them out with set them up for success, and we do back them, and we make sure, because pilots are expensive resource for fucking aircraft, and we don't want it shut down needlessly. This isn't World War I where we have a bunch of people flying around with
It's faster. It's more ordnance capable, but it doesn't have the network. That's where we got the steps ahead. Is the battlefield networking.
Hello.
The danger about what China is AI, because they're using AI to help do exactly what you just talked about, and that's the dangerous part about what's happening in China with AI development, that they can increase and be more lethal using AI and helping them create these type of systems, like the next fighter jets they're going to come out with using AI. They're extremely close. More than any other
But
country.
Nathan, even though they might be able to build some amazing weapons, do you think they have the will to use those weapons and to achieve what ends, Nathan? I mean, are you ready to go to Taiwan to defend the island? Are you? Anybody here ready to go to Taiwan to defend the island?
They're not going to
Everybody?
attack Taiwan in some freaking Normandy-style invasion or do airdrops or do anything of that. They're going to do economic pressure and then put dissidents in there to gin up political sway and then have Taiwan vote itself back in. They're not looking to do that kind of thing. Taiwan has advanced weapon systems on its coastlines. It would be a hard hit for China. Plus, they have to get through. I think people think Taiwan is literally right next door, that it wouldn't take any kind of great effort to haul ships through subs and everything else. We'd be tracking them. Japan, Australia, the Philippines have all reached an agreement that an attack on Taiwan, along with South Korea, and India is now jumping in the fray that they don't want Taiwan and China to go in there, and China's not about to take a fight on with India, Japan. They're not looking at that coalition. And then you got Australia in the mix, which if Australia gets hit and goes into the mix, it will definitely draw the U.S. in. China's not looking to engage in a military conquest of Taiwan.
Could you lay off the Adderall and maybe let other people speak? You've been speaking for hours, Brad. And I'm just wondering, you've been speaking for hours. I've been asking to be put in the queue, and you just can't stop. Lay off the Adderall, man. Get back to work. You got insurance claims you got to go through for all those children at Texas Children's Hospital. Put me in the queue when this Adderall sufferer is done speaking. Jesus Christ, give it a rest, Viking. Hello? Hello? Moderators, if this man won't stop speaking, put him in the goo. I've got information I need to share. You won't stop speaking. You just won't stop talking. Hours and hours. Oh, the limitless amounts of information in your brain. Must be exhausting having so much knowledge.
We're going to have to go back to one mic.
So again, there's no military conquest of Taiwan going to be there. You'd have to sail a massive force. How you get that through there? I mean, that's incredible. You're going to have to be literally the strike forces, the U.S. carrier groups. You got subs. We're listening to them. We've got satellites. They couldn't disguise it. They couldn't surprise it. So they're going to have to send out a massive steam to go ahead and cross those waves. Then you're going to have to do it. Let me see. You're going to have to do it in. Basically, you have to watch out for storms in that area. So you've got a couple of those that kick off. That seems not always polite and nice. So you're looking at, you're looking at maybe a summer. You're not really going to try too much in the winter. Then China's got a huge issue when it does sail, which is evidenced by their little circumnavigation around Australia recently. They have a problem fueling and replenishing underway. So, they still haven't broken that down. And, their boats aren't fucking quiet. I don't know what to tell you guys. You keep fear-mongering China. By the way, China's economy is tied to the hip of the U.S. Do you really think they want to jeopardize their own wealth in terms of U.S. Regionality so that they're like, oh, let's put a strain on Taiwan. We'll conquer it and we'll take it over in a military facet and really piss off the majority of the area, the world, and then have the U.S. have to make its final decision on it? No. China's a lot more slicker than that, and let's not forget, these cats haven't been in war since like World War II, and even then it took us to come over there and actually help them. Or are you guys like forgetting a lot of that? It took Australians and English people to actually march up to various other countries to go into China to help support them against Japan. So, I mean, China is not a proven war military presence. They haven't had the combat experience. And all of those toys sound nice until you put them on a battlefield and actually start deploying. And China is untested, unproven, and they don't even have the ability to actually test themselves. Because, like, let's be honest, they ran from crab fishermen in Alaska when they were getting chased by them.
And there's no strategic benefit to Taiwan, to taking Taiwan. What they achieve? Nothing that they don't already have. There's no motivation, there's no goal, there's nothing in the end that makes it worthwhile. I've heard it described as being like 3 times the force of D.
For that, like being from some podunk town and, you know, like whatever. It's like, I am too if you think about it. You know, my northeast corner of LA.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All the
Right.
best people in the city came from podunk towns.
Yeah, even though I was from the city, it was like all I did was like go to Del Taco and eat hamburgers and go to school. Like it wasn't like I had some big city experience. Like I was hanging out in the Hollywood Hills all the time. So I was like, I'm kind of from a small town too, in a sense.
Right.
Really not different.
And that's the thing. The small town folk, they have like, you know, they touch the connection to the city. People born there, people like that breathe there, swim there. You know, it's a different type.
I mean, they're losers because like I'm the one, you know, lighting my weed with a burning chopstick. You know, like whatever the fuck that's about. Yeah.
The burning chopstick doesn't make you not a loser, dude.
It's got like a coating on the outside. It's probably like plastic. I'm breathing in.
Oh no, I'm sure it's just like wood. Who cares?
No, the
But
nice
still,
ones.
Like,
The nice ones are like they're like laminated, dude. Like right? They're not. It's not like
Say it, dude. Like, own a box of matches or something. Like,
I've
to
ordered
be able
right
to
now.
be fired.
I think it's for Amazon. I'm gonna order 15 cents of matches from Amazon and have the carbon footprint be.
I don't know. Stop by a fucking bar and pick up a matchbook. What the hell? Don't like come to me for criticizing you for having chopsticks and a stovetop as your only means of lighting as an adult male in the 21st century.
Is this gonna
Like,
involve?
fuck you, dude.
Is this gonna involve interacting with other human beings, like going to this bar and getting the matches?
No, it really doesn't.
I just like sneak around the corner and just run in and grab one and run
Whiny
out.
little bitch, go to Amazon, go to Walmart, go to CVS. You're in fucking America and you're using takeout chopsticks to light your fucking bong. Grow up.
Why is this so complicated? I'm just trying to get high. I don't know why. Because that's yelling at me. What's going on? Welcome to the stage, Elliot.
Trying to like dunk on everyone by how cool you are while you're using like a chopstick to light your.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like, no, the funny thing is, like, I'm a total fucking loser. Like, I'm really antisocial. You know, I have some, like, good, solid friends. Like, I got a good amount of friends. Like, I have a tribe, you know, but we're all, like, kind of professional types. So I don't really know if, like, I didn't have the professional aspect.
You know, Chinese, Japanese, Korean brands, European brands. I've never seen that many car brands, even in the United States. It's extremely like a market-friendly place. People are interested in many different things. I thought that they are gonna be more interested in Chinese stuff, but I was completely wrong. That people have diverse of interests. Some are very interested in American stuff. Some are into Japanese stuff, European stuff. So I felt like China as if it's like a United States in Asia. But that's what it's different from Japan and Korea. And it's extremely capitalistic. And you know, Chinese party has the name of Communist Party, but they actually don't do anything about communism. It's more like a authoritarian based market economy. that's what it is China today. And I don't think they have any interest in attacking any country.
What is the I and A?
They rather
Plus and LGBTQIA.
keep producing their stuff and selling. They're very interested in selling their stuff to other countries. In that regard, they're extremely motivated to win over other countries. But in terms of fighting, I don't think they will be they are that motivated. So a lot of these, like a what if scenario, what if China invades, what if China attacks? I think it's most likely the topic that's circulated in the United States for Americans to enjoy, to think about what if scenarios. Well, I don't think that will ever happen.
You're echoing everything that I hear from my friends in Hong Kong.
Is it not maybe physical power and force, but do you think that
Each and every being in creation is constantly searching and trying to achieve the state of ultimate peace. But by far, most persons experience very short and temporary episodes of peace, and for the greater part, are quite at a distance from that absolute state. The basic cause of unrest is the lack of knowledge of one's true identity, as a result of which there is a limited level of understanding of the Creator and His creation. As the old saying goes, charity begins at home. True peace has to begin from within the person. If there is peace within, the person will be able to radiate peace outside. We all wish and hope, pray and try to achieve world peace. The intent of the heart and mind through prayer is one of the most subtle and powerful tools to deeply touch the hearts of all and truly transform to the deeper states of universal love and peace. The mantras in this program have been used over the centuries and are truly known to bring inner peace, leading to peace in the external aspects of creation. Each person is a walking universe, and as each universe attains its absolute state of peace and tranquility, true peace will spread and be dominant. Aspects that disrupt peace are individual and group actions that are of the contrary nature. The mantras in this program also aim at resolving the fruits of such actions and above all, enhancing divine grace to manifest in creation and in the hearts of all, to take giant steps towards peace and keep away from negative actions. Playing and listening to this program will surely modify the energy in the environment to enhance peace. As you listen, please understand the meaning of each mantra and send out prayers of deep peace in accordance to the meaning. Always wish and pray for peace of others first. This will come as as a boomerang with greater peace for you. May peace and love be our constant companions with each and every breath.
It does that as well.
Well, I just want to encourage everybody to take the deepest breath of the day. Some people are addicted to listening to spam. Some people are addicted to saying spam. And they use Adderall, which is a methamphetamine. And they're hyperverbal. Some people are retarded and fat. And they don't read books and they go, I'm working out at the pool. I'm getting a tan and losing weight. but you're still fat here talking. Obviously, you don't even have a priority system. Some people don't have priorities. They think because they got green beans that makes them like powerful or something in a worthless world of conference calling. How pathetic. Real value, real worth is on the inside, not here on the social audio platform of losers stroking their egos, projecting all day. Get a life, fatties! Go to the gym, sit in the sun, do something productive, create something intelligent. Hello?
Who's the loser? The one who sees it as bad and then still comes here?
Ain't he supposed to be running for mayor in November and beat Brandon Johnson there in Mohawk?
Wasn't he running for governor of some state?
Yeah, until Fred Flintstone, aka Pritzker, won.
Have you gone outside yet today, John?
Are you talking about me or him?
Today? How about this week?
No, the weirdo next to you. John.
But we won't hold him against you.
Thank you. I'm grateful.
Like I said, man,
I meant Sean, but we won't hold him against you either.
William, shut up. Bro.
Oh, I see.
Sean is just misunderstood, what I hear.
What?
Yeah, so is Attila the Hun.
Misunderstood.
In what way?
I misunderstood James. I'll make the statement. Well, thank you, Joseph.
I just want to, I gotta let all the liberal progressive Democrats know that the war in Iran, we are currently blockading, and Pete Hegseth is on X saying, if you leak our secrets.
Hold on. Is this the same room from earlier? Well, y'all open the door. No, same room. And sometimes it's refreshing to let John do his shit. Oh yeah, no, he could go ahead. I just have to get the
Like a cat playing with a mouse.
Man, Matt, William, he grows on you. He grows on you over time. He's been around since season 1, so be patient with him. Man, I'm trying to blow some shit up.
Does he grow on you, or does your tolerance grow?
You listen very carefully. He's absolutely hilarious.
All I'm trying to say is,
I'd say idiots.
Still worried about his vitamin D levels.
I'm just trying to tell all the fat liberal progressive Democrats on this app that if you have Trump derangement syndrome, like the governor of Illinois, Pritzker, who keeps claiming that Trump has dementia, well, that fat liberal progressive LGBTQIA plus, and not many people know what the IA plus is in the LGBTQ, but I came here today to inform you what the I, the A, and the plus is.
They have dementia, though. It could be a possibility.
So the thing is, in the LGBTQIA, not many people know this about the plus, which acknowledges all other identities and orientations not covered by the specific letters of LGBTQIA. Plus.
No, it does not.
Please hold and wait till I finish, and then you can comment. So I asked AI, what is the I and A in the plus in LGBTQIA? And this is what Grok informed us. It says that Two-Spirit is a modern umbrella term coined in 1990 by activists at an indigenous conference in Winnipeg. It describes people in some Native American and First Nations cultures who historically held specialized roles blending masculine and feminine work, or spiritual functions, often viewed as a distinct third gender. These roles varied widely by tribe and were not equivalent to contemporary Western categories. The term is now sometimes added under the LGBTQIA+, plus as a cultural example of gender variance, though many indigenous voices prefer specific tribal traditions over this pan-indigenous label. And the A in LGBTQIA+ stands for asexual or aromantic. Aromantic. People who experience little to no sexual attraction are asexual, or romantic attraction is aromantic. And the I is intersex. People born with reproductive or sexual anatomy that doesn't fit the typical definitions of female or male. This has been your LGBTQIA conditioning and programming here on Clubhouse. I hope you enjoyed the informative LGBTQIA+ lecture.
Who's in love with a pigeon fit in? What letter or number or special symbol is that?
I ain't got no
And
problem.
did you say plus plus? Do we have to now say plus plus?
I'm just saying that when we go to defend the island outside of China, do you think the Taiwanese are going to say, "Oh, quick, help us! We know about your LGBTQIA+ philosophy"? Do you think the Ukrainians, as they're getting overrun by the Russians, do you think they're going to say, "Quick, send the LGBTQIA+ to help defend the homeland"? Do you think as America loses the battle in Iran, do you think we should say, "We need to send more LGBTQIA+ to go to the battlefront. We need a regime change with LGBTQIA+ philosophy"? Because that's what a lot of these Congress people can't stop talking about. That's what senators and mayors, they can't stop talking about LGBTQIA+. And we closed out the books on Pride at the end of June. But here we are. Ayanna Pressley, a bald 6-foot lesbian, keeps promoting LGBTQIA+ rights as if the 1990 Winnipeg trans Native Americans have any relevance in prioritization of communication. I'm just trying to say that if you use this app every day, you clearly don't have priorities in your life. Your priority is coming here to talk endlessly, as if anybody gives a fuck about your opinion or your informative, persuasive speeches. No one gives a fuck about what the fuck you do on this stupid, worthless fucking app of the abyss. This is Clown World, and you don't know you're a participant. I'm here to liberate you from your Clown World ways. I'm a book, and I am complete.
We thank you, and we thank you for coming here.
Does it involve the use of psychedelics?
Thank you, Book. What John just declared himself the Moses of Clubhouse. Will you lead us from our bondage? Yeah.
Where is the promised land?
Who are his disciples, Joe? Who are they, I wonder?
Who's the golden calf in the room?
John.
Was that anti-Semitic?
Kinda.
Florida man, what did you do to lose your account, bro? What's this party hat?
There was just an issue with my other account logging back and forth in on my phone and my iPad.
Is that the real story, or do you want to actually tell it?
No, because it had to do with not using my real phone number for the first account. So, like, at some point I couldn't. It wasn't easy to be logging in on my phone properly.
Well, I'd just like to read a poem because it'll be the most intelligent thing you've heard all day long. Because, you know, Brad could go on for 2 hours, 3 hours, talking endlessly about the superiority of the F-35. And I just want you to know that using a conference call all day long to generate your dopamine is no replacement for reading a good book or going to the gym. If you think just floating in a pool in the sun is gonna help you lose weight, fat ass, you never heard of a treadmill? You gotta break a fucking sweat, pig. You can't be a fat pig floating in water, baking in the water like a crab. You gotta get out of your crustacean shell. You gotta do something new. Create a new pattern in your life. You can't keep coming here and saying the same shit every fucking day for years. That would be the definition of insanity. You could say that would be very stupid, a waste of your time. And you get 2.5 billion seconds to live. All these fat fucks here that can't stop talking, they don't even know how to fucking breathe anymore. If you talk all day long, you don't even breathe. Gotta breathe if you want to live. The life force is all in the breath, baby. Gotta breathe. Keep breathing, everybody. Don't worry, World War III's already happening. It ain't gonna happen. It's happening, baby. And Pete Hegseth just arrested 100 military officers for leaking top secret data. You can't. Loose lips sink ships, and Pete Hegseth is gonna arrest your ass if you fuck around and find out. We're trying to regime change Iran. And the no, I'm breathing, fat ass. It's called breathing. It's called breathing, fatso. How much do you weigh, William? 300 plus? Come on, William, be honest now. You open up a lot of stupid rooms, wasting all your fucking time. Prove to me God exists. Let's talk all day long about it. Oh, such a productive usage of your fucking time. Try reading a book. And you green bean moderators who waste all your time playing power games. Oh, I got a very important job today. I'm a green beaner. I'm moderating in a big room of people wasting their time. I'm a subject matter expert because I'm a green beaner. I got a green bean diploma hanging on my wall. Let me go get it. Let me go get my green bean cloak, my green bean hat, my green bean car, my green bean house. I am a green bean. Hear me roar. Hello? I gotta go lay out in the pool, everybody. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Fuck, bro.
So, breaking news, or not breaking news, but looks like in the last hour, Trump is set to make a speech to the nation on Thursday. Anybody want to take a gander as to what he will be talking about?
Iran.
You think Iran?
Iran.
What's he talking? What is he saying about Iran? Do you think, Sean?
And my actual point, I think he's gonna say we are winning bigly, very big, very huge. We're winning.
He's gonna
targets.
He's gonna admit that the death of Lindsey Graham was caused by the Russians.
How do we know it wasn't from his Pfizer booster shot? Because he had a heart problem. Maybe he got the clot shot. Anybody think about that? Anybody here got buyer's remorse from taking a completely unnecessary mRNA injection from Pfizer, Moderna, J&J, and all the boosters to stay current on your paperwork?
If that is the case, I was totally joking.
Yeah, I know, but what would happen if you didn't think?
What would be the implications? I think you'd go really, really hard at them. I mean, it's a tit for tat if you think about it. It's like, you know, you don't want to say it's a legitimate target because that isn't a good thing for us to be saying, but on some level you have to kind of give them some respect. Like, okay, props, man. Iran got Putin to kind of do their dirty work and pay back for what's happening over there. You know, but I don't know. When I first saw the report, I thought that is really suspicious, and only because of the way it was, the family worded it. They said that he had a very short illness or disease. I heard two different words used, and then he died, as if they knew when he came back he had some sort of issue going on. And now they're saying it was an aorta kind of thing, and that what they meant was he had long-term heart disease. But the wording used was very odd. In hindsight,
It didn't put it that way. It didn't put it like a cardiac arrest of any sorts. You know, it was
no. And if you had a cardiac arrest, why would you not just say that?
Yeah, why short illness? A cardiac arrest is not a short illness. What's going on around here?
Yeah, but I don't think if that's what really happened, they would let that information come out.
I think he has some other ongoing issues. Now, with that said, is Lindsey Graham a fat person? I mean, I don't even know. Do we consider him a fat person or no?
Have you ever partied with Ukrainians? Maybe did some vodka, some coke, some hookers, you know?
He finally was hanging out with Zelensky.
That's true. He could have done some pederasty and bought a young child boy, and that boy was a Russian operative that gave him a tranquilizer for his heart. I bet you they got to him through homosexual pederasty. Zelensky was like, I procured for you a 13-year-old boy, Mr. Lindsey Graham, and I know you're going to like this boy. His name is Ivanov, and he will suck your cock and blow your heart out of your chest, Lindsey Graham.
What's up, Yo Hero? What's up, Matt? Beaver?
Oh, hey, what up, King? Long time no talk.
The king is here.
What's
Sorry to hear that.
all these things these days?
I'm doing good.
Sorry to hear that.
What do you think about Lindsey Graham? Like, what's your take on all this too? By the way, go ahead.
Well, it was obviously some backdoor encounter that just failed, and and that's what happened. I mean, the question I have on this, which I think needs to be answered, is who's the one that initially called 911? Okay. Now, yesterday they said someone called 911, and then later they received a call from someone, a lady from Baltimore, who was coming up. Today, they've changed the story, saying they got calls of he's not feeling well, and they made it seem like the lady in Baltimore, almost like Lindsay called the lady in Baltimore and said, "I'm not feeling well." She got worried, and then she called and then told them, "I think the door's unlocked." And then they found it was bolted shut and went in. So they kind of revised it subtly today. But yesterday it was clear that someone called that wasn't there when they arrived that said now it could have been Lindsay himself, but we don't know. So
Sorry to hear that.
The answer.
Let me ask you, the rumor is the woman was either a female staffer or his sister. Do you have any
Confirmation about who the woman was?
Well, she was driving from Baltimore, okay? She said to come and see him. The sister doesn't live in Baltimore, right? So they haven't been able to validate that. But, I mean, look, the FBI and others will eventually say who the caller is because that's part of the investigation.
Where does the sister live?
The sister, I think, lives in D.C. suburbs, my understanding. So it is possible it's the sister. But, again, we'll find out for sure. But, again, the staff, so what's interesting is if you read the whole thing, it actually says, today's report says that he called the staff, he spoke to President Trump around 6:30, ended the call around 7 or so, 7:15. And the staffer said, "Take care, you should go to the doctor." And he said, "I've been sick many times. Besides, I can't die. They need me, I have to get these Russia sanctions done." Right? And then suddenly the next thing you know, someone is calling that he's having chest pains. Well, was it Lindsay? It could be, because, usually if you're by yourself, you'll say, "Hey, I'm having chest pains, I need someone to come." And it could be that he called. But then, who's the person driving from Maryland? Was it a staffer? Was it the same staffer that he called? They're not sharing that information, which seems very odd because you would think they share that info, right, Joe? Right? It would seem just interesting. Oh, the staffer verified. And that's it. You're done. You end all the theories and stuff. Go on, Joe.
Well, I believe the conspiracies will get around the world faster than the truth. I mean, if it's a lady that is not in the public eye, they're not going to release it.
But if it's a staffer, they have to. If it's a staffer, because that's part of Congress, right? So who's the one who called it in, right? And that would mean it would have to be a record if the person officially worked for him. So they're going to know. They know who the person is. Now. Uh-huh.
I would agree they are. I think that the FBI was at his house yesterday.
And today. They're still there today.
Okay, I didn't know they were there today as well. I'm sure they already know who it is, and they've been in contact with him. It's probably not as nefarious as the conspiracy theories on the internet.
Well, I heard that Chris Christie came in too, and it was a good backdoor experience. Although he had tacos before he came. But anyway,
Actually, real quick, what was Lindsey Graham doing over there? I actually don't even know. I know he was talking to
in Ukraine, in a project, private meeting to agree for Russia.
Is it me or staff breaking up?
Can you hear me now? Is that better or no?
Yeah, you're good. Go for it.
You gotta get rid of that Obama phone.
Osama. Well, I upgraded to the Osama one from Obama too. So I got that one. So anyway, yeah. So what I've been saying is that it's I mean, it's just this whole thing is just crazy. I wanted to divert the topic for a second, Joe, and I wanted to see something happen in front of mine. A friend of mine, U.S. citizen, born in this country, been here for a long time. About almost 10 years, on a green card, right? And then now she's been going to get her citizenship. She went today for her biometric part of her citizenship, and she found 500, room was filled with 500, like the waiting area, 500 people from Bangladesh. And she talked to some of them, and they didn't speak English, and they were talking through an interpreter. And she came back and said, how do you not know English and get citizenship? And they're all there to get their citizenship. And I'm like, how do you allow people into this country through an interpreter? And they're using a clause about disability in immigration law, saying that, you know, if someone meets the requirements, you can't prejudge them based on a disability. And that's the law, and so the president has to enforce the law as written. And so they're claiming it's a disability that they don't speak English. What the fuck is wrong with this place? Why are we letting people in who can't?
I'm sorry to hear that. But King Knob, wasn't your family also brought in under similar circumstances?
No, it wasn't. My family wasn't brought under similar circumstances.
Well, then how did your Hindu family get into America? And how did you get so many multi-million-dollar government contracts? Clearly, the Hindus are doing pretty good in America. Look at Ro Khanna. He's on YouTube every day complaining about Donald Trump's 1.2 billion, but he made 200 million high-frequency trading with his wife and associates using insider congressional information. What a fucking hypocrite.
I'm sorry you didn't get a single laugh. So,
sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
So, you know, it's kind of weird that we have our country would allow this show. I mean, it's just really bizarre.
You know, why do we allow LGBTQIA plus every June? I mean, why do we allow a $200 billion national debt? Why do we allow, you know, 15 trillion in state debt? Why do we allow all of the shootings and murders in every major city every single weekend? Why do we allow anything in this country? It's because of lawyers. That is why. It's because of the immigration attorneys, Kingdom. They are making the money. They made the money.
Preaching them damn Jews. We don't slander the Jews in here.
Yeah, don't be so anti-Semitic. Why are you talking bad about a small minority religious organization? You're so... How could you say something?
Oh, thank you. Oh, he's annoying.
Yeah, it's gonna come on.
How dare you?
I'm all last on. Look, I thoroughly enjoy John's skits. However, towards a more serious, that was a good segue into the Naveen and Holly. Holly, I think you wanted to weigh in, and then last you can go next.
No, I'm good. I'm just listening. Hey, everybody. Hey, Naveen. Sorry we couldn't catch up.
I'm mad at you, Holly. You didn't make time.
Don't be mad at me, please. You know I love you. I'm so sorry.
So,
Oh yeah. Look, I mean, obviously, America does not have an official language. However, you know, to qualify for your citizenship, the test should be in English. I didn't know that they were going through this.
No. So the test is online. You can have anyone take the test for you. There's no way to prove it's you, Joe, number one. Number two, when you go in person, you're entitled to have an interpreter with you. So they'll ask you questions like, who's the president of the United States, or, you know, who's your local senator, or who's this one, and they'll ask you those questions, but you're entitled to have an interpreter with you. Amazing.
They do remote citizenship tests.
No, online is just like an online questionnaire that you have to fill out, which anyone can do for you, and then they do it in person. Okay, so you have two tests basically. It's an online like questionnaire of 10 questions, and then you go in person, you set up an appointment, they'll meet with you, they'll pull your file up, but you can have an interpreter who answers on your behalf. So for all they know, you could be saying, oh man, you're a piece of shit, and then the person's answering the question the right way. Oh, this lady smells, and
But I don't think he's doing it because he's a chess player. I don't think he would ever win. I would play chess against him, and I'm not like, I'm good at chess, but I'm not like, top tier. I would beat him at chess any day. And this guy, no, he literally just committing his crimes.
You don't know how to play chess? When you play chess, do you do pawn passe?
Sorry?
Brooke, were you talking?
Yeah, she said she doesn't know how to play chess. I know how to play chess. Do you know how to do pawn passe?
I know how to play chess. What are you talking about?
When you play chess, do you do the pawn passe?
What is that?
Oh, then you don't know how to play chess.
What? Sorry, can you describe what you're referring to? Maybe it's called something else?
Yeah, if a pawn passes a pawn but doesn't horizontally take out the pawn, it is called pawn passe and you can take the other pawn. It is a rule of chess. So you are not familiar with the...
Pass pawn
Okay,
in English.
yes. Okay, yes, I know what you're referring to.
We're there now.
I didn't know what book was referring to. Sorry,
Maybe it's my accent.
Maybe because you speak English, maybe as your
Sorry,
second
Jas.
language.
I didn't know. Are you that girl from the Situation Room at the White House? Oh, dude, please tell us a story about what it was like working in the Situation Room at the White House. I'm so curious.
Are you talking to me?
No,
He's
to
talking
Jas.
No, he's talking to me.
Talking to the ginger. With the schizo-disaffective disorder. She speaks like she says 2 words every 5 minutes like a robot or something.
This is the great John Kitover. That's who this is. This is the great John Kitover.
Can you please, remove him?
Just kick him. Kick him to the goo at least. Don't let him
Is this
disrespect.
kid over? Is this kid over?
Is this kid over?
Don't
I
let
better
him.
kill him.
Don't let him.
Is it kid over?
Do not let him disrespect a girl who worked in the Situation Room. Come on. People say a lot of shit on Clubhouse, but I believe her. I believe.
Talking about me?
No, I'm talking about the redhead with the schizo-disaffective disorder, Just. She's so stupid. She goes into rooms and she's like, it's like listening to a 4-year-old child.
Can you please just remove him?
Just kick him. Kick him. Do the good least. Don't let him make mockery of people here that want to play games and waste their time. Do what she says.
Do what she says.
That's exactly what you're doing, is wasting people's time. Please go.
You are doing the same thing by telling me that I am wasting people's time.
Grace, can you please?
I think there we go.
I did it. Sorry.
I love it.
No, they're doing that because I went to the
Sorry, Jess.
situation
I
room
just
multiple
wanted to do it.
times
Yeah.
and had to do several briefings, etc. But
It's all men who don't believe you, Victoria.
it's what?
Have you noticed? It's men who don't believe you.
I don't care.
I don't care.
need. I mean, I have accolades to tell the stories. If I need to provide proof, I have proof. But I don't really feel a need to prove myself on fucking Clubhouse.
And some aggressive
Absolutely.
man.
I just find it very
aggressive man.
interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think just the sorts of lies that Trump tells is just not something that can be recreated by a Marco Rubio. And I mean, Trump was able to, in this last election, just basically convince everybody that people just believed what they wanted to believe, right? You know, all these Hispanics voting for him, and they got mass deportation signs now at the RNC. Who the fuck do you think they're talking about mass deporting? Obviously you.
True, Adam. You speak the truth.
it's also
where Hispanics are the majority of immigrants and the majority of illegal immigrants. They're up, whichever way you want to cut it. They're talking about you.
Yeah, what is so concerning is that people think that they're the exception. And I've seen that very personally with people that I know who are Hispanic immigrants or Indian immigrants, and they think that they are the exception to the rule. They're like, oh, it won't be me or my family. You're like, read what they're doing. Your skin tone, not so white.
He's kicking out the Cubans, and the Cubans and the Vietnamese are the only two non-white groups who have majority voted for Republicans for the past 50 years, and he's still throwing.
Against Hezbollah. So they've actively helped the Palestinian and Hezbollah and Hamas and Yemeni causes. All four of these entities, in my opinion, are the only true fighters standing up against Israel. But whatever each of their respective motives are, they're the only ones brave enough and strong enough to fight against the Israelis, and I include the Palestinians as a resistance.
This is a group of domestic terrorist supporters.
So the 8th of October started, right? Now, prior to 8th of October, there were skirmishes, but the skirmishes were not as big as what these fuckers did in Lebanon. Now,
isn't that like more
They
of
have
an
to be
issue?
authored by-
But isn't that more of an issue about like just looking at the historical details rather than like complaining that he didn't tell you whether it's 90%?
Now, to me, that was always not a lie. It was very clear to me that they were not telling the truth there. But a bunch of people decided that they wanted to believe it, and now you're seeing, oh no.
Having that, and McMaster will put his name in the hat for the Senate seat and get the Trump endorsement, and that's it. And so he'll become the new senator.
They said the same thing about Cheney, though. She stayed.
What do you mean? Cheney stayed where?
Cheney, same situation, right?
Cheney? No. You talking about Liz Cheney?
Yeah. Didn't she replace Dick Cheney?
No, she didn't replace Dick Cheney when he died. Dick Cheney resigned and left office. He didn't die, and then she took over. She ran for his seat and won, fair and square. She wasn't appointed. She was she was a House of Representative member. You don't get appointed in that. You have to run. So she ran for the seat, and then she ran for re-election again and again. So she won the seat, but she won the seat by touting her dad. Oh, I'll do everything he did and all that stuff. But she didn't get appointed. Here's different. The Senate, the governor. No worries. Governor has the ability to appoint.
Did Dick Cheney go back?
Didn't it happen with somebody else, though?
Did Dick Cheney go back to office after he left the VP? I thought that
he was done. That's what I mean. He was done as VP, but she went for his seat because the seat was open, and I think someone had left that seat or resigned or something like that, and then that seat was there, and so she went for it. But she touted her father the whole time. He campaigned for her and all that stuff. So yeah, it wasn't her.
But didn't that same situation happen somewhere with somebody else?
Look, go ahead and answer that. I want to ask you.
Well, so yeah, I'm sure it happened somewhere. The difference is you didn't have someone dying and then putting a relative in, and so Darlene is not going to run, guaranteed, because she's not qualified. She won't run, and that'll be the deal that's worked out because she's not qualified, and she won't do it, and she's appointed as an interim, and so her title is interim. So she would have to. You would know by August 13th because that's when the primary is. For it, for who would be the general election candidate. So she's only going to serve till the new Congress is sworn in, which is like January 3rd or something like that.
Look, I think it's really clever, your assessment. I would have to agree with you. She's just the placeholder. But you had said this is to fulfill Lindsey Graham's wishes, but isn't it really just to fulfill Trump's wishes?
Well, yeah.
Solid yes.
Obviously, yeah, for the Save America Act. See, The problem is that, see, what Thune is pushing for, and I can tell you this is a fact. Thune wants Nikki Haley in the interim seat, okay? Thune is salivating, saying that Bird Brain will be there and under his desk the whole time or whatever, right? He's really, really excited about it, and McMaster doesn't get along with her because she didn't endorse him. Trump endorsed him, and so when he became governor, so they don't get along so well. But he was trying to, flex for her to be it, and he thought he could get the media to push it. Then Nancy Mace made a comment, and it was like, oh shit. And so Trump's like, I don't want either of them. And basically, they both came up with this plan because it's going to be a contested primary, and with if all these people jump in. So the view is.
Hey Perry, it's John. I'm calling you back. Now I'm sending you a voice note. Hello, this is John Perry.
Hey, John, it's Perry. What's going on? So, hey, I called you because over the weekend, Pat Gibbons called. He said he wanted to kind of patch things up, and he asked, I guess, you had posted a YouTube video of him and Ramona or something, and he asked, well, if you take that down, you'll take down everything he said about you. So, like I said, he wants to move on from things, I guess.
Well, I mean, if you text me the videos, I can, delete them, but I don't keep track of where and what I post, etc. So if he wants to text me links that he wants removed, he can text me. He can even call me if he wants. It's totally up to him.
Okay, yeah, I think he sent them to me. Let me check. Maybe I'll send them to you, and then say this is order. But I'll tell him to take down everything he said about you. I don't even remember.
I don't even want him to take down anything about me. I like the publicity. Thank you, Pat, for being. I didn't even have to pay the guy to do the publicity. He did great work.
Yeah, I actually remember my older man in the 29th Ward. The best thing that ever happened to him. The first time he ran was 2015, and his name is Chris Taliaferro. So his last name sounds Italian, but he's actually black, and the ward's majority black. And I remember at the time he was worried. He got into the runoff against the incumbent, and he was worried. Oh, if they in the black part of the ward, if they think I'm Italian, they're not going to vote for me. They're just going to vote for the incumbent because they know she's black. Her name's Deborah Graham. Then what she did, she helped him out because she sent 8 negative mailers, but they all had his picture on him. So everyone that way, everyone knows he's actually black, and so he ended up winning the election.
She gave him all the publicity.
Exactly. Yeah. So she did. You said I think I saw you're running for mayor now, or what's?
I mean, yeah, I'm running, but will I get the signatures? No fucking way. I mean, I would need $50,000 to pull that off,
Yeah, because it's 12,500 is the minimum, so you got to come in with at least 25,000.
Yeah, I can't pull that off, but I can still run and then do a write-in candidacy. So that's what my strategy is.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll good luck with that.
Yeah, I don't have. By the way, I don't have anything against Pat. Like, I don't even know why he. I feel bad for him that he was even involved with a woman. I don't know anything about her, but like, to go on Terry Newsom's show and then say, I'm gonna marry that beautiful, like, is he mocking her? Or, I mean, like, why fuck around with a woman's emotions like that? Why waste your time? What a schmuck.
I mean, they've been, like, on and off and off and on and on and off, and I don't know, like right now, I don't even know if they're together or not, or if it's, what's the story? It's kind of like, I keep telling him, like, I told both of them, him and Ramona, hey, you just keep, you file police reports against each other, all that. It says, I think it's, maybe it's time to like both of you move on, and they still keep coming back together. I don't know what's their, what's the story there, but maybe they're back together again. I don't
They
know.
probably like the drama, but whatever. I mean, yeah, I'm not trying to like, make this guy's life miserable by having a video of him up on YouTube. I could care less.
Right, yeah. Well, I mean, him too. I told him, like, I was talking. I mean, he's actually, when I watched that podcast he did, I was on his radio show once, and he's actually, I think, he's got kind of a talent for it, for being able to, like, talk for an hour. Not everyone can do that. Just, like, talk solo for an hour. But I told him, like, you gotta stop going after people no one knows about, like, like John Kitover or Max Rice or whatever. Like, even if you're the best speaker in the world, if you're like Rush Limbaugh or something, if he's talking about, he's dead now, but if you're talking about things, people that, people that doesn't register with people, no one's gonna listen. I told him, like, if you want to go on the attack Brandon Johnson, attack J.B. Pritzker, because that way, okay, the Republican listeners, they're going to say, yeah, fuck J.B. Pritzker, fuck Brandon Johnson, they're going to be with you. But if you go after, like, John Kitover, they're going to say, like, well, most people, I mean, no disrespect, but they don't know who you are yet, so, they're going to say, like, what, like, well, why, and also, like, attacking other Republicans, it's like, that's not, I told them that's, like, not really what the appetite's for right now. There's not, Republicans don't want to hear you attacking other Republicans. They want to hear you attacking Democrats. So we'll see. We'll see if he takes the advice or not.
Yeah, I mean, it's just content, like. But the fact is that Max and Rocio, they have this beef with Terry, and he's on Terry's show, and then he attacks people that have compromising materials of him abusing somebody. So,
that's.
I mean, if you want to play the game, like, expect reciprocation, expect physics in your life, expect the opposite and equal reaction.
Equal and opposite reaction.
Yeah.
So, no, it makes sense. I mean, well, that's what I told them. I said, hey, next time you do a podcast or do a radio show, just don't attack people who are going to come back at you like that. Go after, talk about what the Aldermen are doing at the city council or the Democrats in Springfield, just, that way, and that's how you build an audience, because people want to tune in and say, yeah, fuck the Democrats. I mean, they don't want to hear, this, what was he talking about, Joseph Rio? Joseph Rio tried to take over my radio show. It's like, in 2023, it's like, who the fuck cares, I'll text you those links, I guess, and I'll tell them, I'll just say, I'll tell them, hey, I texted you the links, you took them down, or whatever, because you got like a few pages, or what?
I have no idea. I mean, wherever I sprayed and prayed.
Okay. Yeah, whatever works. So I'll text it to you, and then
I mean, I don't know if he got my Instagram shut down, but my Instagram got shut down. Multiple Instagrams got shut down. So if you're calling me now asking me to remove things, and all my Instagrams have already been shut down, what am I living rent free in this guy's head? Like, who the fuck am I? I mean, does he want to create some publicity pieces for my mayoral run, or does he just want me to delete shit and let bygones be bygones? And do I get links that confirm that he deleted shit about me? I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, let's not stroke this fucking greaseball's ego any more than it even needs to be stroked.
Yeah, because I mean, he called me before. I'm making a petition for him to run for. He wants to run for police district council. So that's okay. But then he like over the weekend he called and said, "Oh, there's these videos on me," and I'm like, I mean, okay, I guess I can talk to to John and.
But it's not even just me. It's like multiple people have posted his video. I mean, he's all over Facebook. He's everywhere. Like, if I delete my 3 little videos wherever they're at, if you even have the links, I mean, that still doesn't really get the clearance that he's looking for. If he wants to maybe issue a public apology, put a video out, and then send that to Rocio, to send that to Max, to send it to Severino, whoever the fuck, are his enemies, well then, I'm sure there's 50 places where he'd like to have these videos removed. But, you know.
Right. Yeah. I just I texted you what he had texted me over the weekend. It's like 6 views and 4 views. So
Yeah, so what's he worried about? He's worried about his Google search reputation. If somebody types in Patrick Gibbons, that's what he's worried about.
sounds like it. So I said, well, I mean, he asked me to give you a call, so I said, all right, I got John's number. I'll give him a call. So I just said,
You did it. You're doing what a friend does. I understand.
Yes. So I actually got to send him his petition too, because the circulation starts in 2 weeks from tomorrow, the 28th. So if you do want to get the signatures, that's when you start.
Yeah, I mean, I'm only gonna personally get probably like a couple hundred and then call it quits.
People sometimes file. They file just to file, even though they know their way under. They know they're gonna get rejected. The boards. I mean, when you're that low, the board will sometimes they'll just reject it. Not when you turn it in. The first meeting they'll say, "Oh, it's called apparent conformity." They say we're rejecting this for apparent conformity because it doesn't even even if you took the number of pages multiplied by the number of lines, it still wouldn't get to 12,500 or someone's running for governor, or what's there were some people who filed for governor, last month, or maybe it was in May, and they didn't even they turned in one guy turned in one signature, and they just rejected him without even anyone filing it. Well, someone did file a challenge, but the board just rejected him on his own because he said, well, he's clearly under the minimum because he only turned in one signature. This is some crazy.
Yeah,
Hitler guy.
they do that. I was there for the congressional one, or when I ran for Congress, and yeah, I remember that's in the very beginning. They get those people out of there right away in the very first meeting.
Right. Yeah, and the electoral board, they actually have a meeting tomorrow. I'm going to it because I actually kept a guy on the ballot who was he's running for U.S. Senate. His name's Harrington Whitfield. Or no, excuse me, Whitfield Harrington. He's a black guy. He's a reverend, and he turned in. You need 25,000 to run as a third party for Senate, and he started he called it the American Center Party, and so he turned in 30,000, and he actually said he went to the first hearing. He said he filed the motion. He put it together with either ChatGPT or Claude, one of those things, one of the AIs, and the hearing officer said, I think you should talk to an attorney before you proceed on this motion. And he sent it to me, and I looked at it and I said, well, I see 2 cases here that I don't recognize, and I looked them up and they don't exist. But then I said, send me over the objection. And he sent me over it was just 9 pages, and I said, well, does it have recap sheets and appendix to it? And he said, no, this is all he sent me, was the 9 pages. So I emailed the general counsel for the board. Her name's Marty Malowitz. You probably remember. She said, yeah, this is all we have. And so I ran into the attorney who had filed it, on behalf of the objector the next day because the school board cases were starting. And I said, hey, I'm going to come on this case. Is there any recap sheets? And he said, what happened was, and this was the Republicans were challenging him because the Bob Grogan, new state chair, he was the objector, and he said, I was at the board at and I was waiting at 4:45, 4:50. I was calling him and say, hey, you got these recap sheets because you're supposed to drop them off to him, and they at 4:55 he told them I just got to file what I got because we're not it's not gonna once it's 5 o'clock you can't file it anymore, and so. All it had at that point was, besides the recap sheets, it was just some allegations against circulators, pattern of fraud and something. And I told him, I'm going to file a motion to dismiss because you didn't properly plead the pattern of fraud allegations. And he said, I got to talk to my client. I think we might just withdraw it. And then I told him, hey, if you withdraw it, give me 24 hours so I can make sure this guy pays me first. And then he did pay me. And then the next day he filed a withdrawal. So this guy, he's actually, so there's going to be 3 candidates in the U.S. Senate: Julianne Stratton, the Democrat, the Republican, Don Tracy, the Republican, and then this guy, Harrington Whitfield, for the American Center Party. Another guy, Tyrone Muhammad, filed, but he didn't even turn in the minimum. He turned in you need 25,000. I think he only turned in 4,000, something like that. So I don't even know why he filed, but he did, and he's getting off tomorrow. But I'm going to be there tomorrow, both for my for that client, and there's like another thing like between Terry and Joe, where like Terry filed some complaint against Joe's committee for reporting something, and we actually won that case. We won it at the hearing officer, so we just got to be there for the full board to ratify that. So yeah, it's that's tomorrow. But yeah, I just texted you the 2 links, so he said delete them, and I'll ask him what he wants to do about. I mean, do you want him to keep stuff up, or do you want him to delete it for about you? I don't even remember what he said about
just
you.
tell him to create a positive puff piece, or if he wants to do an interview with me for my mayoral run, I would appreciate it.
Okay, I'll tell him that. Yeah, I'll tell him.
Because him and I got no beef. Like, if he's got beef with other people, I mean, I'm just copying and pasting the shit that other people are sending me in an attempt to create publicity.
Yeah, that sounds I mean, that's what a lot of people do online. They just repost other people, so it's not I don't know why he mentioned you of all people, but maybe because it's on YouTube instead of Facebook or something. I don't know. Maybe he thinks like YouTube people can search it more easily.
Yeah, if you Google his name, it's going to show up in the video section. So I will delete it because you called me because of you, but not because of him, but because of you.
Well, thank you for that. I'll let him know, and I'll tell him to put something positive up about you.
Okay, great.
Okay.
All right, good luck tomorrow. Thanks a lot for the call. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, thanks.
Take care.
What's up?
Okay, bye. That's some good publicity.
Literally undermine an election. I'm saying this is a rival. It's not being wrong. This is what you have, right, Joe? I mean, like, if you can't have an election, you just can't have anything. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Like, you really got to get this right. Go ahead, Joe. Well, Matt, look, I mean, even though election, yeah, there is definitely cheating that goes on, but it's not significant enough to change any of the outcomes. That's what we always hear, right?
I'm going live right now. I'm going live. I thought this man loved me. I thought this man cared.
God, love, and then you have this second place, and all of a sudden, the third place goes to Democrat holds the head. Well, they come back, they have video of people going to the homeless areas, saying, here's funds, fill out well, fill out and then surprise, yeah, that third place social democrat becomes just so there's but
the proof is in how many Bass got after the ratio shifted. Bass was getting a certain percentage before, and when it comes down to Romney's going to catch up, that ratio changed. That's
yeah, and that's part of talk about this. Okay, one thing that I've never heard is they never ask the question, do you want to come? Yes or no? And if the first answer is yes, then you're going to vote. Well, it's fair that someone else can come here or can see or 100 of them. And if the answer is no, that's not, then you have to vote. And these are want to see that. So, Alan, yeah, this comes from the great leader over in politically correct and all that. the problem with ballots after the election?
What is the problem with counting ballots after the election?
Yeah, I can explain that. So California, wait, let me just put my, like, you guys will let me jump in. What's balance? But why even introduce the idea of why not everything in one day, have it all times down by namely, why even introduce I don't know, what's the word, I don't know the word.
It's because you're already talking out of your ass, but go ahead, Alan.
But why am I talking out of my ass? But why is that even bad? Why can't we do the day of and just call it a day? Why do we go like a month after? But, well, because
Gender haircuts!
Historically, just franchise. Don't forget that diabetes, one of those so there's so marginalized would suffer because of this cold. She didn't control whatever it was. And of course, the seconds will hit because of absolute hit. Because the Democrats don't have the ballot card for any kind of elections. Now, that's the first part. The second part, why not allow it afterwards? What's the matter with this? That's the candidates together and vote by election day? Is that so terrible that they have to do it? And the fact is, it opens it up to more and more corruption. Alan, I know the answer. I was just being rhetorical with my response. The idea is to be able to add to the count. I mean, there's no other excuse for going way past the date. Now, I'm not saying like we can't do this for obviously the military, blah blah blah. I'm saying for the mass populace, there should be no excuse going a month into it. Like, fucking insane. Like, why? The only reason you do that is to cheat. Okay. Yeah. There's just no other. Let me add this as well, which is the fact is the left complains bitterly that we can't have this because it would cause cheating. Yet they are accusing the right of cheating constantly. And if you go to websites like indivisible.org and dig down into what can you do, it's all hysteria about how the right is stealing elections. So they gaslight the right when people on the right say, well, the left is stealing elections. We can't have any accountability. But when it comes to their own narrative, they're perfectly content claiming that the elections are being stolen. We're gonna make the best case for why we're so wrong, we're so stupid. Go for it.
Well, look,
or don't. I don't know, but yeah.
Are we talking to me?
Go ahead. Yeah, I want to hear the other. But go, Joe. Go ahead.
Look, I'll make it quick, and then we'll go to Florida Man for the response. Any white Republican in power, elected to office, is framed as a racist. Any black Republican is framed as a coon. They gaslight everybody into it's Jim Crow 2.0. It's okay for the Democrats to take a little bit of their own medicine, regardless of how exorbitant the cheating is or not. It's clear and it's very convincible to many normie voters that there clearly is an issue with our election process, and we should just keep leveraging it and hitting at it. It helps us. It doesn't hurt us in the poll.
Matt, my question is for you. Alan, my question is not for you. William, my question is not for you. Joe, my question is not for you. Matt, my question is for you. When you were in school and your teacher told you that the deadline for your homework was going to be Tuesday, what would happen if you turned in your homework on Wednesday?
It wouldn't count.
Okay. What would happen if you turned it in on Tuesday?
Same.
Wait, if you turned in your homework on the deadline day?
No, yeah, you're in. You get counted in. Yeah.
Great. And would you expect your teacher to be able to grade all of your homework by the end of that day?
I mean, they could if it's an election. I mean,
But would you expect them to?
This is a hard analogy to go with. I know where you're going.
Would you expect your teacher to grade all of your homework by the end of Tuesday?
Because grading school work.
Just answer the question, please.
It's really hard to do this for it. I don't know. Like, it's hard to do. I would expect my teacher, hopefully, to get all the guys.
Okay. You would hope they would turn. You would hope that your teacher would have had it all graded by Tuesday, but if your teacher wasn't able to grade it all on Tuesday, you wouldn't be shocked. You wouldn't feel like she was out there rigging the grades for your homework, right?
What if the principal told them that they had to have the grades in by that day, end of the day, and they did it? How do you treat that scenario?
Or it's a month from Tuesday.
Yeah, I'll get your grades in 2 months. And go from there. What is your response to that?
Well, when do the final report card grades come out?
And then that leads to another problem. Like,
I would assume, Matt, based on this logic, that as long as the homework grades are completed by the time the report card grades are due, then that's the only thing that would really matter, right?
Voting's not really homework. It's more.
Hold on. I know it's not actually work.
It's really the final grade. So the better way to set your analogy would be if you take seven.
No, it's not.
Let me just finish. If you take 7 classes, okay, and 6 of them report your final grade for your report card on time, but one of the teachers doesn't, then what do?
Joe, if the final grade is the homework, that's what you're saying, that would imply that the tests didn't matter, that
This is just gaslighting now.
other assignments, look, the final grade is the teacher's audit of all of your other grades throughout the quarter or semester combined.
The shrinking constituency, and increasingly we find the non-interventionist types like Marjorie Taylor Greene, who says she's not MAGA, she's America First. But Trump, seems to be vacillating on his non-interventionist